What do you have? A seizure over there?
What do you got?
Interesting rhythmic choice. Welcome, one and all. It is Wednesday night.
Yeah, buddy.
It's time for another Strange
Theory?
Strange Theory. Or string, or whatever you want to call it.
Horse thing.
Horse thing? Yeah, horse theory.
That.
Cow theory.
Cow.
Theory. Cow theory.
That's funny to us.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Special thanks to Boucher, Levy's, G&G Music, the guitar
House. Freestyle.
Brick House Guitars, Acoustic Shoppy,
Yeah.
Parkway Music, K.K. Gallagher, Alvarez, St. Louis Music, Yamaha, Close Guitars, Coote Guitars, D'Addario, Apollo Picks, Epiphone, Gibson, Blue Chip Picks, Tone Slab, our bags. Maestro, does my face remind you of the grim specter of death? George Crockett.
Wow.
Emerald Guitars, Nova Scotia SPCA,
Yes.
Charmed Life Picks, Picker's Grip, which has changed hands, I hear.
Can't stop thinking Picker's Grip. Anyway, sorry.
Canard Guitars, Edwardson, Shenmo, Flamang, Cirrus, Rickard, Deering Banjos, Bedell, Breedlove, Bromo, Dreamwood, and Loudon.
And more people who don't know
Even
their
he
sponsors.
doesn't even know he's a sponsor, but to hell with him. He'll find out someday and go, well, thanks.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
The
Should
only,
probably
the, only
mute that.
the only thing that...
What's left?
What?
What?
The only thing...
What?
The only thing that's left to say is...
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Welcome
to...
String Theory. Here's John and Chris and Ginger. Yeah, that's how that goes.
This does not bode well.
We're in the first 6 minutes of the show.
Just gonna kick my shoes off right now.
Yeah, just kick them right
Yeah.
off there, Bonzo.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boffo.
There you go, Boffo.
Can you
Cheers
fix
for
the
the
birthday
clown.
banner?
Pardon?
Cheers, buddy.
The birthday banner's all biffed up.
It's fine. People can see it says.
No, it
Day.
can't. It's just.
Oh, there
There
you
we
go.
go.
Does that make you happy, Mom?
It does. Yes, thank you. Oh no.
Because you know why? Why
Oh God.
we're concerned.
Spend some more time on that.
I'm trying.
Yeah. Yeah, make sure.
Why doesn't it go?
It's because it's not meant to be there.
Yes, it is. There we go.
You done yet?
Because it's this jerky bastard's birthday. He's 102.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Look like I'm 14.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
You don't do that when somebody's like over
Happy
12.
birthday, dear Christopher.
Christopher, how formal.
Death. Happy
Sound
birthday
like an old VCR.
to you.
You're definitely an old VCR.
Oh, I'm a lot of things.
You're a
but that ain't-
VHS
That's
VCR.
one of them.
I can't stop thinking of Grandpa Simpson now.
Death. So yeah, and then, you know, you get the birthday boy,
Birth
boy,
boy.
the birth boy day hat, fucking
Yeah.
whatever the hell that is.
Where's Sudsy? We should abuse him.
Oh yeah, he's on. Oh yeah,
great.
he just renovated his bathroom.
Yeah.
He's got a big old soaker tub now. He's put a TV up on the wall. Apparently, he's not up there
That's
yet,
creepy.
but he's good. He's gonna do
That's
it.
creepy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, but that's
When you spend
Baker
enough time
for
in
you.
the tub, it makes sense to have a
That's
TV.
Baker for you. Mm-hmm. So
There it is. What's happening?
I've decided.
Wednesday night.
I decided on the way to the chair.
Just now.
on your hobble to the chair.
On my hobble to the chair.
Yep.
Lost my phone.
Anybody want to see my leg hole?
Great lady down.
Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yeah,
A wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yep.
On this spot.
7 bells.
2021.
How many bells did they ring?
29.
29 bells.
Yeah. Me, it was just one long, ugly one.
Wide bottom bell. That's a story for another time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, continue. It was riveting.
Yeah, I bet you it was.
Yeah, what
it
you
was.
were
It was just absolutely riveting.
Stop mumbling.
Yeah, we've made a Brooklyn Bridge here for sure.
I need some water.
It's your birthday. What are you drinking water for?
Did you know Mango Bubbly was back?
No, because I'm more concerned with creamsicle, orange
They've got
cream.
Or
They've got
Creamsicle Bubbly.
something sherbet too now.
Really?
Yeah, this is creamsicle, and they got lime sherbet too.
Sherbet.
Herbert. Herbert.
Herbert.
Herbert.
Herbert.
Hey, Bert.
Immediately after that.
Lime Haybert.
Lime Habert.
Hey, Bert.
Hey, Bert. So, on the way to the chair, we
Yeah.
were having a discussion, Chris and I, outside, that we've had multiple times. And I think I'm going to clear this up, because it is a question that gets asked, especially in PMs to me on the channel. So, and you can weigh in on this at will, because you know more about this than most people would ever think of knowing, because you have to work with these things all the time, and you have for 35 years. So, when I first started plugging my guitar in, right,
Yeah.
all that was available at that time was the Martin Thin Line. That's how long ago it was.
Under the saddle. Yeah.
Which was a horrible
Well,
sounding pickup.
it just was what it was
Yeah,
at the time.
but we had nothing else.
No.
And it provided sound reinforcement that didn't have any feedback to speak of, but it didn't actually sound like a guitar. So then the next thing after Martin Thin Line was Fishman.
Yeah.
Fishman got slightly better.
That was the
Slightly.
first real kind of cut-in
Yeah.
system with a...
It was slightly better.
Yeah.
And they also did dual source systems that Taylor used
Yeah.
that I loved. I used those.
Gibson used them for years.
Yep. But still an undersaddle system. So they had
Yeah.
all the problems of the Martin Thin Line with a little better sound quality.
It was all preamplified by then,
Yeah.
so like they could tailor it with some EQ.
Yeah, they had barrel preamps. They had
Yeah.
on the side of the guitar
Yeah.
preamps. And so the thing about it was it didn't eliminate the common problems of undersaddle, which are differences in string volume, right? And an inability to process firmly struck notes. If you hit something too hard, it would just cack out. You'd literally hear, it would just not be able to handle.
Yeah, by
So-
design, the transducer only had so much dynamic range to it.
Right.
Yeah.
So then after that came the LR bags. And the LR bags, the very first one, I had one installed on my guitar in Nashville in 1991. And at the time, it was a piece of brass about that high with a bone saddle glued to it. And that whole thing, they had to router out your bridge slot
Yeah.
to make it wide enough.
To fit that.
That pickup sounded really good. It still
Still a
sounded
piezo pickup.
It still sounded thin.
Yeah.
It was still thin-ish, but it had way more articulation than anything else.
More immediacy.
Yes, than anything else before it. Okay, so you flash ahead a few more years. Fishman, the Thin Line went away. Martin just went out of business on that thing. Fishman continued going on with different systems like the Matrix and the Aura and all the different things that they did. But LR Bags went, finally, with a ribbon system, which was, it negated a lot of the gross, high-end, crunchy, gross shit that undersaddle pickups have, because the undersaddle was a soft, floppy piece of rubber, right? Well, it was, because everything before that was a rigid piece of...
Right, but it wasn't. It was more a wire than a piece of rubber.
Well, think about it, though. I know it's still a wire, but it was a floppy piece of rubber.
Yeah, it
you
had
could tie it in a knot.
It was basically a crushed piece of wire.
Right, you could
acting
tie
as
it in a
piezo
knot.
element.
You could not tie a Fishman in a knot. If
No,
you bent
you'd break
it broke.
Right.
So putting the piezos inside that floppy piece of rubber made the world a better place, because not only that, but the the rubber, the pickup came out into the guitar, and it was still active. It was picking up sound. Right?
Are you saying that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Continue.
Don't stop me, because this is important.
Yes, I see you're getting on it.
So, fine. Then the next thing that happened was Baggs started to add microphones.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing they added was called an I-beam, and it was a really primitive, stick-on, long microphone that really, I don't even know how much of a microphone it really was. What was it?
It was
Tell
more.
me.
It wasn't a microphone. It was a beam pickup, and
Right.
then the element system had the microphone in it.
Yeah,
Which
that's
was almost
that's
the same.
long after.
Yeah, but the beam is another kind of contact pickup,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah. So the I-beam, that's fine.
and you could blend the two because then you
Yeah.
had the bridge plate and you had the under saddle,
Right.
and you can mix the two.
It made a big difference.
Yeah.
Being able to mix a bridge plate contact pickup with the undersaddle.
What was the guitar you had you had the red outboard box and it was
Raven
a blender?
Labs.
Raven Labs.
The Raven Labs
And it was
blender.
a blender system, and all the I-beam in the iMix systems were basically a blender all on board with the
Right.
preamp inside.
Now, as these things progressed, it became more convenient for stage guys to cut holes in the side of the guitar and put the controls right there.
And the preamp.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right. So
where it
that
needed
was
to be.
that was sort of the thing. If you didn't do that, you had no real immediate control of the system while you were performing, right?
Yep, correct.
So then, after the I-beam came along, they designed the Anthem mic, which was an actual microphone, a condenser mic that stuck to the bridge plate, caught the whole guitar, blended with the ribbon under the saddle. That was a whole other beast, because that was a real mic.
And it wasn't flopping around on a gooseneck inside. It
No.
was hard mounted
Yep,
at the bridge plate. It had some noise canceling to it
yep,
because of the way it was mounted in the structure that it was in,
yep,
and it was reliable.
yes.
It was the first one that was reliable.
Oh, yeah.
And you combine that with the piezo
Yep.
under the saddle.
The Stage Pro,
Yeah.
unbeatable.
Dynamite.
It was dynamite.
Right.
Because it was two signals that were high quality.
Yep.
Even though one of them was still under the saddle.
Yeah. Well, you got the immediacy of the under saddle pickup. So
Right.
you got all the detail and you got the high frequency information from that.
Yep.
And then you got the warmth and the softness of the beam pickup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then the next thing after that, of course, was K&K. When that broke into the market here it was quite a while ago. I mean, it was a long time ago. Because the first one I ever got was installed in Gruens in Nashville on my D28 Clarence White model. And that guitar, I was, let's see, I don't even remember when. It's so long, maybe 20 years. Possibly 15 to 20 years ago. So then that changed everything again. Because number one, took away all the batteries, took away all the wiring, took away all the preamps, took away everything. It was just like having...
Didn't have to cut a hole in the side.
Didn't have to cut a hole in the guitar, didn't have to drill a hole in the bridge, and it became like there was a little man in there holding three condenser mics right up against the bridge hard because they were glued in with crazy glue. And they were flawless, and they've remained flawless until today. Now we have a second company in Kitchener called SGI.
Yeah.
Roger Schmidt has developed a different piezo.
Same technology.
Same exact technology.
Minor differences to give a different result.
A different result.
Right. Yeah.
Again, great pickup.
Yeah. Because you can now listen to the guitar, and you can make a choice. Is a K&K going to be better in this, or is the SGI? Because they have different characteristics.
That's right. And each one of them is going to treat and react to a different body size, woods,
Tone, everything.
All the variations you can figure out pretty well by listening to guitar acoustically.
Yeah.
Which one of those pickups to put in. Now there's a third contender. Another company in Michigan called JJB Pickups, who supplies Cirrus with all their pickups.
Yeah.
Identical system, 3 sensors, crazy glued in, but by God, it's something different. I don't know what it is. I don't know if the sensor size. or what he's mounting them in, the material they're sitting in. I don't know what
But the bar has been raised.
The bar has been raised, right? And so this leads me to something that I've been trying to deal with for quite some time, and I can't because I have a large amount of loyalty to LR Bags. I'm a big fan of their their on-stage DI boxes. I've used para-acoustic DIs all my life, just
in
about.
everybody's kit.
And everybody's
right?
kit, and that little brown box I use for
para-acoustic DI.
No, this is the big. I don't know what it's called.
Oh, the big DI with the
venue DI.
Venue, yeah.
But it's not. Is it? I don't know if it's called a venue. It's the biggest one they make.
Yeah, with the tuner and everything.
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
The circuitry in that thing is unbelievable. And their outboard boxes, their reverbs, delays, compressors, they're incredible. The circuitry
Bags is not a huge company. Like, they're a small shop.
They're a small shop.
Yeah.
And so recently, a couple of years ago, they came out with the hi-fi system, which was 2 sensors, double-sided taped to the bridge plate inside. I've only ever heard one guitar that sounded good with that system, and I hate to say that, but it was an Alvarez that was installed by Alvarez. They modified it.
Yeah.
They shortened cables. They changed the position of where the sensors were placed, and that guitar and the other. I have another one here that has it. They sound incredible. So there's something about the install that makes this,
as there is with the K&K,
right,
and the SGI.
And what I'm positing is I want LR Bags to be successful. And I'm starting to think the more we experiment with this and the more guitars I see, now with the final iteration, which is the Hi-Fi Duet, which is 2 sensors and a highly tuned barrel condenser mic, right? Well, I don't think people are putting them in the right place or installing them the right way. They're still being put on with double-sided tape, which I think is a no-no, because we know for fact that sensors need to be crazy glued in. This is the only way to do it.
It's the only way to get the optimal performance, repeatability.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I've been noticing over the last months guitars coming through with the Hi-Fi Duet system, and they just don't sound good. And we've looked at it, and we're like, man, if these were glued in the right place, and we utilize now there's a control surface on the preamp in that thing, I think, that has a switch for the mic for. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at it. No, it's a high pass system, right? So it either adds or subtracts bass, I believe. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at it close enough to know, but I know there's a control switch on that thing that you do before you install the preamp. And I just think we need to find out what is going on with that system.
And we've got a guitar here now that's presenting.
We do, and
and we're going to dive into it.
Yeah, it's presented with a lot of problems, and I know the company, the guitar company, is not going to. They're a great company. They're not only a great company, but they're a high tech company.
Yeah.
The highest. Like, there's nobody that does the kind of work that they do with the technology that they use, and understanding acoustics and understanding, response of top and back and sides, and they know what they're doing. So we're gonna delve into this, I think, and these questions have been asked of me over and over again about why I recommend K&K, SGI, now JJB to anybody, because they're problem free. They never present with any of the problems that any of these other systems have.
That the traditional systems have in the past. Yeah.
And I believe that LR Bags, this new Hi-Fi Duet system, is capable of possibly being the best system that you can buy if it's installed the right way. But we're going to figure this out. And
every guitar, though,
we're going to tell people about it.
Yeah, each guitar presents its own problems.
Yeah.
in the bracing, in the
wood
bridge,
type,
in
the
bridge
body
plate,
size.
in the finish.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So when, like, K&K has a great little install manual that they give you, right? Like, tiny box, tons of info, all the tools you need, and the options you need too, because you can stick them in if you want to. Not recommended, but
that's right.
You can, and they give you some placement notes.
Yeah.
But that's all, and as do the other manufacturers. But that's all, like, here's the general notes.
Yeah.
But they don't tell people to kind of experiment, and you need to experiment with those.
You always have experimented with installs your whole life.
Well, and you have to listen to the guitar.
Yeah.
That's why I always have you play me the guitar.
Right.
So I can hear what the guitar's doing and basically saying, what am I missing?
Yep.
What do I need to reinforce with the install? And then we look, should it be a K&K? Should it be an SGI?
Or
do we need to
warm
warm it up?
JJB?
Right.
It's
another
true.
choice.
Yeah. And I just think I don't want to give up on that pickup system because I know it's being. I mean, there's a lot of time and media and stuff being spent on it, and I honestly think that they have tried to make an install system for that pickup that's completely generic. And if you do it generically, it's not going to sound as good.
It has the potential to be fantastic.
Incredible. But we're going to experiment with this, and we're going to let you know how it goes. I've got a couple of them here. And we have one in a guitar that just came here.
And we have guitars that we can plenty of guitars to
exactly.
Put them in. Yeah.
And so we're gonna test this out. We're gonna test our theories and see if we can make that pickup be everything it can be. Because I believe there's way more there than what we're hearing. So there you go. That was a long capo corner, but I've been hearing a lot about it. And it really bothered me this week when I ran into that pickup that was like, I was going to review the guitar. And I couldn't. Because the pickup was so bad, I couldn't. I was like, no. I can't talk about this, right? So,
why don't you just enjoy that Stella with me right now?
What do you got there? I'll enjoy this. I'll just enjoy this Stella. Oh yeah, Stella right there. We're enjoying this right now.
I certainly am enjoying it right now.
What do you have there with a little orange?
It's a little mezcal with a little orange in it.
Is this the birthday mezcal?
Little smoky something.
That was from his house.
That was from my house.
That's absolutely delicious.
I see some.
I see we have some birthday sake.
Birthday sake.
So while you're
birthday crawling down the road straight to home.
Now that you have your birthday sake,
yeah. Can you open that?
We should take a question.
First question
goes to.
Is a highlighted chat from Colin Ingram.
Hey, Colin. Happy Wednesday, brother.
He says, "Hey, fellow guitar heads. Hope everyone's doing well. Happy birthday, Mr. Coote."
Why, thank you, Colin. Do you have some sake that you can share with us?
You're going to wish you did. After you see us taste this,
yeah,
you're just going to be like, well, okay. I'm clearly missing something in my life.
Everybody's missing something if they're not drinking sake.
That's correct.
Ginger and I went on a little sake journey.
I'm surprised you guys are going to even drink this anymore.
It was a bit of a journey. It lobotomized us.
It's lobotomized.
It's a bit of a 3-bottle journey one night. There you go, Ginger.
Thanks, buddy.
Kampai. Here, Ginger.
Oh.
Happy Kampai.
Kampai. Ginger. Here's to...
Up yours, everybody.
Happy birthday, old man.
Thank you, young whippersnapper.
There were many...
oh, my God, that's good sake.
Happy Coote Day comments. Happy birthday,
Coot.
Coote.
Damn, that's good.
How many ingredients are there in sake?
2.
Negative.
What?
Just the one?
No.
Nope. There are 3 ingredients in the sake.
What's the third one?
Water, rice, and mold.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry. I wasn't counting water. Okay, sorry.
You got to count, though.
Yeah, I know. The water was a given. The water was a given.
Makes it a liquid.
Liquidy. Yes.
Otherwise, it's just a paste.
First, a paste. Would you like some sake paste spread on your face?
Some moldy rice paste.
Next.
A question from Eli Patrick.
Patrick.
Eli, how are you, young man?
What would you say is the best approach to improving bowing ability and pitch on fiddle? Happy birthday, Chris.
If you want the honest truth about it, play scales till your face falls off at every key.
Mm-hmm. Your A
Major
face,
scales.
your B face, your C face.
Yep. Every scale, from B flat, F, C, G, D, A, E, even B. But don't worry about B right away. But that's how you
Is B
practice.
special in some way?
It's just really hard.
Oh.
And so that's how you do it. And you play it at different intervals of timing and speed, right? You play da 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 a stroke per note, or you go boom, da, ja, ji. That's how you do it. That's how you learn. It teaches you the bow arm and the intonation all at the same time, because that's exactly what you're going to be playing with fiddle tunes is major scales. And if you can't play major scales completely, utterly in pitch, forget it. You won't be able
It's
to
the
play.
whole instrument.
It's the whole instrument. Because you got no frets, you got no nothing. You're just going by ear and by matching fingered notes to open strings. That's how it works, right? Your first G after the open G, ring finger, D string, it matches in unison at an octave with the open G string. You got to be able to hear that all the time. A lot of understanding what the intonation is on a fiddle is understanding the sympathetic vibration of the open strings. If you're playing bad notes, you're going to hear nothing from the fiddle. It's going to choke it to death. But if you play perfect intonation, when you play that G note with the ring finger, you'll hear the G string ringing open.
Right.
Right? And so on and so on. And practice playing never...
Other notes in tune will algebraically, will mathematically add to it and open it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And don't forget to play with your pinky. So when you're playing a G scale, for instance, when you get to the first da 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 da, the C note on the G string, play the D as a pinky at the fifth spot. Play your open strings as pinky, so you play a G scale completely closed. That teaches the pinky. You got to have the pinky. There's no way to get around that. People think, well, I mean, you can't even play Sally Gooden without your pinky. It's all pinky. It's unison A, right? So you're playing an A note on the D string against the open A string, and they have to be completely in tune. So that's another reason why scales are so incredibly important, because it teaches your brain and your ear to recognize your closed notes against the open strings, which is what tells you if you're in tune or not.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not in tune with the open strings when you're fingering a note, your intonation's off. So you got to find it, practice it, and that's how it's done. There's no easy way. I wish I could tell you some magic way to do it. I mean, there's lots of magic ways to do things on guitars and banjos, right?
That's something that it never gets discussed in fiddle.
No.
How important the function of the instrument vibrating is.
Right.
And just how notes, it's either going to be dead or
That's
it's going
what
to be
tells you.
alive.
Yeah.
And it's not so much the instrument as it is the player.
Yeah, that's what's
And
going to tell
their
you.
intonation, because the intonation is all in your hand at that point.
Exactly. The instrument tells you whether you're in tune or not, even without a sharp ear.
Yeah.
Because you're listening for that sympathetic vibration.
Yeah.
And like you said, the multiplication of all those frequencies,
Yeah.
they go right down to the highest A.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you're looking for, right?
It's
so
probably one of the most important things for fiddle is some ear training,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And it's the best way to get it.
Yeah.
Fiddle is even better than voice.
Yeah.
Learning ear training with voice, not so easy. But the fiddle,
Because when you and I mean, if you compared it to, say, a fretless bass,
yeah,
it's so much more important, because the scale length on a bass compared to a fiddle
Yeah.
is infinitely longer.
Yep.
And so the positioning on a fretless bass, the notes, the wavelength of the notes are so much longer and
Forgiving.
lower. It's so forgiving.
forgiving.
But if a fiddle, it would kill you,
Oh yeah,
right?
absolutely. It's
Yeah.
super short scale.
Yeah,
Notes are so close together you can barely get your fingers beside each other to play them.
to play them. Yeah.
It's hard, right?
Yeah.
So
Great question, Eli.
wicked, man. I'm glad you're playing the fiddle. You haven't heard Eli play the banjo lately, but I'm telling you right
Not
now.
lately. You need some more videos there, Eli.
That kid is like J.D. Crowe good.
Yeah.
He's that good. He's one of the best banjo players I've ever seen come out of that part of the world.
Maybe Eli just needs to get off his young ass and get up to Nova Scotia.
I told him
he
just got his passport, and I told him if you ever want to come up, I'll get you a ticket up. Come on up.
We should do that, Eli.
So, yeah, man, we'd have fun.
A little bit of a hoedown.
He's looking like a badass too. Looks like Hank Williams Jr. right now. He's got the beard and the hair and the hat. And
we know how to feed you up here too. Eli.
Oh yeah, you'd get home full. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Full of shit.
Kara?
Next.
We got a super chat from Colin Dolan.
Colin Dolan.
He says,
Hey, Colin.
happy birthday to you, Chris.
Thank you, sir.
It says right there, birthday boy.
Young
I
whippersnapper.
just pooped a little. Oh. Is that it?
Yeah, it was just a happy birthday.
All right.
Colin's dropping in.
Okay.
Colin's dropping in.
We got a highlighted chat from Mr. Stephen Baker.
Stephen
Sudsy.
Becker.
How are you, Sudsy? How's the water tonight?
Oh, apparently it was his laundry room that he
He made his laundry room into a string theory viewing room?
It's laundry room, 2-seater jet tub.
Oh, my
What?
Jesus.
You're riding the washing machine on the spin cycle.
God
What?
almighty.
Creepy. Bet that beard is flopping around.
Hitting him in the face. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Just
an old
even
well-
out the load there,
Like an
Sudsy.
old wet mop. Plap, plap, plap,
Wow.
plap, plap. Yeah. Every time it hits, like there's just water sprays in every direction, soap.
E equals MC
Shit.
squared there, Sudsy.
Shame.
Shame.
You two think about this too much.
Next.
He says, which camera are you going to show the birthday spanking delivery on?
That's gonna be
FaceTime. That'll be FaceTime.
No. I set up an OnlyFans page for that, so we're gonna do it good. I'm gonna be the stripper. I got pasties on under my shirt. We're gonna have a good time.
Pasties. Jack has his
they
pasties on.
spin and everything. You wait to
Tassels.
see me, man.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Smirnoff tassels.
Oh yeah,
on
I'm dropping
Yeah.
trout, going away. That's it. Yeah. Next.
I think this
Quickly.
is a good time to read Ian Rossiter's comment.
Oh God, here we go. This should be great.
Happy Wednesday, Ian. I think.
He says, I've never been more convinced that two grown men line those chairs up like an F-16 and play shirtless Top Gun after the credits roll.
Shirtless Top Gun. How did you know?
Shirtless Top Gun. Do you mean me and JP or me and Ginger? Because Ginger and I have definitely done the beach volleyball scene together.
La, 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 la. You know I'm married to her, right?
Ginger,
I've
you
never
ready to
played
enter the
topless
danger zone,
topless,
Ginger?
Jesus Christ, here we go. La, 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 la. Next question.
Okay. Let's see. Super chat from Jasper North.
Jasper North.
Hey, Jasper.
It says Dave, your opinion, but I don't think he meant to say Dave. Tech stuff using AI. It says Dave, your opinion on tech stuff.
Give
using
your
AI.
opinion on
Maybe
tech.
give.
Yeah, okay, so like people that use AI to do music or writing or any kind of creation like that should all be taken outside and shot in their face with
In
a
the what?
ball.
In the what?
Shot in their face with a ball of their own fucking feces.
I think.
And do it a number of
There's
times.
the first F-bomb.
I
A
don't think it's
number
the
of
first.
times until they understand that computers can't do the work of men in that regard. They cannot. They will never do it.
Hey,
And
shh, just be pretty.
Hey.
Okay.
fuck pretty.
What about those guys on like Instagram and TikTok that make those funny videos that
That's
have cat
not
noises?
that's not music.
No.
But
It's hilarious. Like video is a different thing.
Okay, so here, let's get
Anybody
serious.
that's people are
they
using
make music?
AI
Yes,
right
I know.
now
Out of the
to
cat
write
noises?
songs.
Let's get serious here,
and
though.
to write songs in the style of dead writers.
Yep.
Right? Like it's such an immense copyright.
This is a great question, though. Our friend Rick Beato
Yes.
did
I love Rick.
a video, and it was about AI stuff, and his kids. He said, "My kids can spot an AI written song like
course
that,
you
right?"
can.
And I'm thinking, like, for a while
Because
they were
his
popping
kids-
up in my YouTube
Guess what?
feed.
You know why? Because his kids, right? Their dad is Rick fucking Beato.
Right.
Right?
But once
That's why.
Once you start listening to some of it,
Joe Blow.
and then you get used to tells. AI is loaded with tells.
Listen, there's millions of people who thought the Backstreet Boys were great. They were told they were great. Like,
They were great at their time.
they were okay.
Yeah,
Let's not
They
fight
were
about this.
okay. They were okay. They were not.
Okay, let's go back to AI.
But seriously,
Come back into the
commercial music. You'd never see folk people doing this.
No.
Or bluegrass, or even country's gone. It's out of the. It's
I
gone.
think
Have you ever listened to the
But
Chat GPT writes a country song?
No.
The thing about it is this.
You should.
There's already been plenty of examples in the music industry over the past 40 years, I would say. Starting back with, Milli Vanilli.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It was a lie. They were lip syncing to studio guys who sang the stuff. And there has been musicians and groups and whatever that were famous because their management created a marketing ploy around them that forced it into radio, and all the kids were told, this is the greatest thing ever. And there's all kinds of that.
It's comfort zone,
Yeah.
right? Music is comfort zone.
Yeah.
Liking an artist is, to a large part, comfort zone.
Yeah.
It's what you know.
Yeah.
You feel comfortable with it. And that equates to musical tells.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
in
yeah,
a poker.
exactly, yeah.
Like, I listen to different artists.
Yep.
And they all have their tells.
Yep.
Right? I don't need to go into detail,
Yep.
but like every artist I know has their tells.
Exactly. Yep.
And for me,
whether it's phrasing, melody choice, whatever, key.
and when I listen to
all
a
that
new
stuff.
artist, the way I hear their influences are their tells.
Yep.
Right? There's
Yep.
there's new musicians in our landscape, in like the East Coast landscape, and it's like, oh, there's Lenny Gallant. There's Jimmy. There's Jimmy Rankin with finger picking.
You
thing.
can't.
There's JP. There's
no,
gunning
there's
in
no
the writing.
comparison between that
Right?
and what
It's
I'm
musical.
talking about.
But it is because AI, if it's, you don't have to listen to more than like an hour of it
To realize it's
to
fake.
realize that it's fake,
Yeah.
and then it's so full of tells, I can't listen to
But
it
I
anymore.
want to make this point. This idea that it's actually business people that create superstars. It's absolutely true.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to give you a great example. It's happened so often in the past 30 or 40 years that there was this band that came out and had a number of number one hit songs, and they were great songs. But yet, everybody in the industry shit on them. And they were like, that's bullshit music. That's not going to go anywhere. And blah, 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 blah. Right? And people made fun of them. And as if they were a byproduct of this construct that the industry uses to put these bands into, global fucking power for 18 months, and they make $1 million and they're gone.
Right.
And then I started to listen to this band, right? I started to listen to the songwriting. I started listening to the lead singer. And then I saw the band play live on television, and it was real. They were not syncing. There was cables everywhere, and they did a song, one of their most famous songs, and it blew my head off. And yet, still to this day, people look at them and go, man, whatever, right? That's just Maroon 5.
Yeah.
Some of the most talented men I have ever seen, right? And people just discounted them. Why? Because they were so fucking good. They sounded fake. They sounded like this manufactured thing.
Like everything else that was manufactured.
Right.
Okay,
Only
so
they really could do it.
Okay.
They could really play, really sing, really write.
So think of it.
Coldplay is another example
Yeah.
of a band that people have discounted. People who like Coldplay are crazy. It's just whatever. It's just a big fad. They're fucking awesome.
So
man.
go back to this.
Right.
They're doing it so well that it's familiar to everybody.
Right.
Because it's what the industry has pushed forward.
Yeah.
Right? The masses are asses.
Yeah.
They just want to be spoon-fed, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yep.
and what sounds familiar is comfortable.
Yeah.
Because nobody likes change.
Yeah.
Okay. Go back to the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
It's not
Nobody
the Beach
was ready
Boys,
for that.
but it's not the Beach Boys you're listening to on Beach Boys records. It's Carl Wilson,
Yeah.
who was the writer, the composer,
No,
the
Brian-
arranger.
Brian Wilson
Or sorry,
wrote-
Brian
Brian.
Wilson. Sorry, Brian Wilson. And it was the Wrecking Crew,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
It was Carol Kay.
telling them how to play everything he had in his head.
It was Glenn Campbell. It was
yeah.
It was all those Tommy Tedesco. It was
Yeah.
all those people
Unreal, right?
in a recording studio
Yeah.
in L.A. that you hear on the Beach Boys records,
Yep.
uncredited
Uncredited for a lot of it.
for a lot of it.
Until way later, 30 years
Right?
later.
And you know who it was in the 90s and early 2000s? It was Toto.
Right.
It was Steve Lukather.
Yeah.
Jeff Porcaro.
Yeah.
Right?
They were...
David Paich.
Here's another great example. You reminded me of another one. Is Alan Parsons' project.
Alan Parsons. Same
It was
thing.
two guys
Yeah.
that put together a studio band and had massive hits,
But it's
right?
because they played on thousands, literally thousands of recordings.
Yep.
And
Yep.
you kept, when you heard a new song by some new artist, who played on it?
Yeah.
It was either in the 50s, 60s, early 70s, it was the Wrecking Crew. In the like late 80s, 90s, early 2000s, it was Toto.
Yep.
Like-
and there was another Wrecking Crew in the UK.
Yeah.
There was, and they were part of it.
It
They
all
were,
sounds familiar.
Yep,
Because
exactly.
that's our comfort, right?
So now I'm going to do something that's not. I guarantee you that this is so far from marketed, promoted, artificially created.
Are you going to sing me my birthday song?
Goddamn
Before you do that, can I point out that he asked about tech stuff and not actually singing?
I've never seen an example of AI tech stuff.
He said stuff about mics, etc. He was clarifying. I don't know what AI does with
wouldn't
setup.
even- Don't know about it. Can't answer the question. Because I wouldn't go to AI to... I've never gone to AI to select a mic or a placement or anything.
Yeah, I wonder what it could do. I wonder,
Yeah.
The only AI that we use in the industry, which isn't artificial intelligence at all,
It's word of mouth.
it's auto-tune.
Yeah, it's auto-tune.
And that's just an algorithm. It's just an algorithm that listens to notes.
It's a machine. It's a machine. It's just a function. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not really AI as such. It's a function.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
even really AI, but it's a thing that can
Yeah.
listen and recognize things
Yeah.
and change them.
I'd have to
in real time.
I'd have to delve into that question because,
Yeah.
like, I've never seen an example of AI in tech stuff. I could see where you might want to use it if you weren't experienced and you were trying to gain experience. But why would you go to AI instead of just looking for influences of people who have done it before that you like? I think the buffet is on over there.
So
The buffet is being served. We'll just keep to ourselves.
This,
over
of course, yeah, I don't mind that.
here. Yeah, don't.
This, of course,
pay
is
attention to that.
my beloved rocket.
Yep,
The
that
rocket.
is Robin's rocket.
This was made by humans,
The maestro
real
himself.
hands.
Yeah.
No CNC machines at that time.
No.
He's bringing some in for some things now. And I was made by Paul Cormier. And he definitely had no AI.
And your motor.
Yeah. Yeah, he was all ASS. HOLE. It was no AI. AH.
In the key of ASS.
Yeah.
A-nuss. Yeah, buddy.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you, brother.
I sell the morning paper, sir. My name is Jimmy Brown. Most everybody knows that I'm the newsboy of the town. You can hear me yelling morning star running along the street. Ain't got no hat upon my head, no shoes upon my feet. I sell the morning paper, sir. My name is Jimmy Brown. Never mind, sir, how I look, don't look at me and frown. I sell the morning paper, sir, my name is Jimmy Brown. I'm awful cold and hungry, sir, my clothes are mighty thin. I travel about from place to place, my daily bread to win. I sell the morning paper, sir, my name is Jimmy Brown. My father died a drunkard, sir, I've heard my mother say. I'm helping mother, sir, as I journey on my way. My mama always tells me, sir, I've nothing in the world to lose, that I'll get a place in heaven, sir, to sell the gospel news. I sell the morning paper, sir, my name is Jimmy Brown. I sell the morning paper, sir. My name is Jimmy Brown.
Yeah, buddy.
Happy birthday,
brother.
old man. Love you, buddy. Thank
I
you.
love when you do that.
Can I have a lighter?
Jesus. You gonna burn the whole ship down here, Captain Kirk?
Maybe. I don't
Captain
know.
Quirk?
Captain Quirk.
Captain Twerk?
Captain Twerk. Captain, I stole everything and hid it.
I didn't.
I don't know where. I don't have a lighter. It might be outside.
Damn it.
So
All right. Kerr next.
we're just going to talk amongst
Oh,
ourselves.
let's just be over here. Let's just do this. Tonight we have a almost live studio audience.
Wait a minute now. I'm out of sake.
Oh, well here. Just put
That's
some,
not good.
Put some more in your glass. What's
Good.
wrong with you? You got two hands
I know.
and opposing thumbs.
I know.
Stop friggin' complaining. I've got Guinness here.
Well, you have a lot of things, but sake ain't one of them.
Just enjoy that right now, why don't you? That's so sad. I think I'll join you. Jackie, give her a toot there. Just the tip. Come on. Come on now. Just the tip. Daryl, come on, figure it out. Put it in your mouth, Daryl.
Happy
Just
birthday,
put it
Chris.
in a couple inches there.
We never told him how old you are, but there you are, buddy.
Oh, look at that.
100 years old.
Some kind
Key
of
lime
like
pie.
edible oil
It's key
product
lime.
pie.
It's
I
key
love
lime
it.
pie.
Oh, key lime pie. Nicely done.
So you have to like blow those out, of course.
Wow. I'm a centenarian or
It's-
whatever
yeah,
you
you're-
call it.
you're-
Mm,
Get her into you. Blow them out. And let's. There. Yeah. There you go.
there you go.
That's about all your words
Attaboy.
right there.
Perfect.
Dive into her there. The 100 was a nice touch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Whose
Isn't it
idea?
good?
Whose lame idea was that?
That was mine. I will
I
claim
love
it
you
proudly.
there, cinnamon tits.
Love you.
Those candles taste like wax
They
and shame.
do.
Well, it's because they are wax.
Shame and disappointment.
Shame and disappointment.
Some edible oil product?
Yes,
there?
get her in there. Get her into you. We're just gonna bust into this pie.
Just enjoy some of that right now.
Yep. Key lime pie.
Wait a minute. I don't have my. Okay, wait.
Wait.
Okay.
Oh wait, I only have
All
have
you've
that. I
got
don't
is
have this.
fucking whipped cream.
Well,
Can't even eat pie
Okay,
right.
come on now.
stand by. Here, Ginger, here. Where's another fork?
And I'll give you a whole bag.
Well, okay, here. Have a little bit.
Other forks are there.
Hang on now, we gotta feed everybody here. We gotta feed the masses.
This is and now
Just
now
ad
look,
lib.
now look what you did. Jack's here waiting
Just
for
ad
pie.
lib. Just
No,
ad lib
Jack
for a
wants
second.
pie.
Daryl, come on over, get some for you and Jackie. Come on.
You ready?
Got it. Come on.
Here we go,
Come on.
boys.
Only pie?
Okay. Here, Mel.
Milk, you have pie?
Have a piece of
We're
key lime pie.
in the effort of trying to feed everybody pie.
Yeah.
We have really lost the thread.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, where's my hat?
I don't know.
I get a blue one.
Take one.
No, that's Ginger's. Well, nobody can see her anyway.
Nobody can see her. Oh look, Ginger has a birthday hat on.
Oh, look at me.
How about
Here we
that?
go. You had the special hat. You should have worn that one.
Which one?
Can I eat
The
my
one
pie
with
now?
all-
Oh, here,
Tails
I'll
on.
turn this around.
There you go.
Okay.
Ready?
Hang on.
We have to enjoy this together right now.
Where's Clucky? There you go.
There, he's elaborate.
this just right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy this key lime pie right now. Really good.
Pretty good pie. That's good as Swiss pie.
Oh yeah.
Tonight's
yeah.
show was brought to you by
Key lime pie.
President's Choice Key Lime Pie.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Tune in next week when we will discuss Chris's.
Smooth and creamy yet zesty.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry, Clucky. I didn't mean to suffocate you there. Sorry, Clucky was
That's,
getting excited.
That's some good shit.
Yeah, it
Pretty
is.
good pie.
Cheers, everybody. Oh yeah.
It's like if the Kool-Aid man smoked for 50 years.
That's my best Barry White. Come on.
Love to love you, baby.
All right. Hat. Oh, jeez, that hurts. Kerr.
Next.
I got a super chat from Cajun Queen.
Hey, Cajun Queen.
Cajun Queen.
Happy birthday to you. You like what
That's
I
not
did
how
there?
birthdays work, Chris.
It's everybody's birthday.
Yeah, it's everybody's birthday.
Happy my
I
birthday
can
to
be your
you.
Greek uncle, even though I'm Irish.
Happy my birthday.
Happy my birthday.
Happy my birthday to you.
Happy my birthday. Happy his birthday to all of you.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
Party, it's your birthday.
That's right.
Hey, Shorty.
Yeah. What are you doing there?
And
Why-
Tolly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's your birthday.
What's the Kirsten?
Hi, Lionel Richie.
Lionel Richie.
She says
We're gonna
we...
party all night
Oh my
long.
god.
That's right. Like it was 1999.
Oh,
It's Prince.
Or
okay,
something.
Prince.
Yeah.
She says, we love the new CD. Wondering if you're now working on 50 years of Fiddle.
Yeah, right. I haven't played the fiddle for 50 years.
If you guys want to see JP working on 50 Years of Fiddle, Google search on YouTube for Maritime Old Time Fiddling Contest, JP Cormier, and you will pretty much come up with almost 50 years of fiddle.
Yeah.
And then comment and
That
tell
was
me
in
whether or not that's a
1994.
mullet.
It is a mullet, by the
Because
way.
I say it's a mullet and JP says it's not.
It is a mullet.
It's totally a mullet. So
Yeah.
I look forward to the survey.
Yeah. It is. Sorry, it is.
It's a mullet.
All y'all can kiss my ass.
Be pretty, okay? Just
Tell
be
the
pretty.
judgment, it's just a statement of
Yeah,
fact.
it's just a statement. Don't.
I had a mullet.
Aren't you proud
You
you
had a
won
mullet?
all the fucking trophies, for God's sakes?
Yeah, whatever.
You won.
Whatever.
Connect.
Um,
This is my fucking show. I'll do what I want.
Whatever.
it was still a mullet.
Eat your pie.
There's a comment from Doug Sampson.
God damn, Doug Sampson.
You lose something with whipped cream on your nose.
Freaking Doug Sampson.
I don't know if I can take you seriously.
Damn, Doug Sampson.
God, jeez. What'd he say?
I'm gonna have some Guinness to settle
He
down.
said he installed the K&K on the Baggs Element stereo preamp pad. It marries perfectly.
Really?
Sounds great mono, but also allows to run stereo in 2 mixer channels.
Nice.
So there you go.
That's interesting.
Maybe we need Doug Sampson to come out here and show us what
Yes.
the F is going on.
Well,
with
probably,
that.
we needed that 30 years ago, but you wouldn't let him come out!
That's because he's Doug Sampson, my nemesis.
Fucking Doug Sampson.
We love you, Doug Sampson.
Love you, Doug Sampson.
We're overdue for a visit.
Yeah, we are. I wish you'd come out here and play guitar with me. Bastard.
We should come out here and play anything with him.
Yeah, anything. Just come out and...
Hang out.
Yeah, just come out here. Just
Not in a creepy way. Just
No.
Yeah.
He should
Come
do
out.
the tech one of the tech videos where you mess with the
Yeah.
mess with the amp.
Let's have a
Mess with
real
the pickup.
guitar, a real electric player come out here and
Like,
show
you're
me
as
how
old
shit's
as
done.
dirt now. You're even retired. Like,
Yeah.
He's got lots of time. Like, what
What
could
do
he
you
be
got
doing?
to do?
He's right behind you. Like, he's minutes away
Yeah.
from death right now. He's just like...
The grim specter of death.
I can see his can see the
my demise.
I can see the clot
in the back of my eyes.
Well, I can see the clot going up the side of his neck right now as we speak.
Doug, can you come out and play with some bags pickups with us, please?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be
anything,
helpful.
anytime. Just come here.
You can
You
wear
know where we live?
You can wear my birthday pad.
Yeah, I'll give you mine too.
Yeah.
You can wear them out like this. Wear them like braziers.
Oh, you can wear them like Madonna.
Yeah, Madonna
Yeah.
Madonna boobs.
Yeah, we can have a holiday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But you can get
like a
video would
virgin,
take a
my
turn.
lucky star.
like a virgin.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Connect.
Love you, Doug.
Oh dear. We have a super chat from Dave Tipton.
Dave Tipton back again.
Tipton.
Could you please compare the tone of the Boucher total body Torrified models versus their standard models, especially with the OM? Thanks.
That's a simple question. Should be able to do that in 10 seconds.
It's all completely subjective. The only ones that I'm familiar with that are completely Torrified are the Maples. So they're unbelievable.
But how does the tone change? What does it do to the
It's
tone?
subjective.
Well,
It's subjective.
It is and it isn't. There's
it's-
objective change,
No, it's not.
a measurable change. There has to be.
No. It
Okay,
has to
put
do
your
with,
math brain in park for a
it
second.
has to do with what you like.
Not possible.
Yeah.
So there's just no way to describe the difference between those two guitars because they're both awesome. And they're awesome for different reasons, and the reasons are subjective.
Yeah. But the
I
guitars
can't.
are so
the
different.
reason they're subjective is I can't describe to you what the differences are.
Yeah. Because the guitars are different.
Oh yeah.
Like the bracing's different.
Yep.
It's not an apples. It's not just saying here's the Torrified, here's the non-Torrified.
Yeah.
The guitars are completely different, every one of them.
And I would play each one of them.
Yeah.
But does
And
one
do
sound
and
more
have.
one thing than another does?
No.
Like if you said, like, I don't know the words.
No. There's
that would-
no. There's no.
Like top,
there's
bottom
there's
end,
nothing
like
for
any of
me.
that.
There's nothing for me to talk about. One has more bottom end, one
No.
more has this, one more. No, that's not
Resonance.
how
If
it
you
works.
could
right?
say anything about Torrifaction, you could maybe liken it in some
I
way.
think it's hurting my head. It's tight.
Be hit.
My brain's squid.
You little pointy head.
Death. Ow! Jesus Christ! See how tight those are?
They are pretty tight.
Man,
I
I was
gotta
like
get rid of
getting.
that.
I was getting like all
Yeah.
like strokey.
It was
Well,
sucking
they are
the
for
life out of me.
Sucking a life out of me.
And there's not a lot left.
No, not much.
Okay, think about Torrifaction isn't about tone. Torrifaction is about linearity and repeatability to me.
Stability.
Stability. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Torrifaction takes away all the
Change.
variables when
Yeah.
your guitar is aging.
Yeah.
Because it's already aged.
Well,
But doesn't the tone of an old guitar differ from the tone of a new guitar?
that's
yeah, but it's
something
all
different.
subjective.
Yeah.
There's no way to describe it.
That's a guitar opening up.
Yeah.
Because of being played and aged and
I can say to you all day, especially about guitars as high a quality as Boucher, or any of the other partners I work with, I can say to you all day that this guitar sounds fatter and warmer than that guitar, or this guitar has a higher mid spike than that guitar, or that one, the trebles are it matters not one fucking iota. It has to do with you getting in a room and playing those three guitars and deciding, oh, that's the one I like.
Yeah, your preference is subjective,
Because
but
they're
the
all-
differences are objective.
They're all completely different, but they're all awesome.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can. You can't say anything.
Torrifaction's not a tone, Ginger. It's a
vehicle.
It's a stability.
Yeah.
It's a linearity.
It's a vehicle to stability. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying it doesn't sound any different Torrified versus not?
No, not saying that.
It does sound different, but
Yeah.
but the differences are so negligible in weird ways that it only matters to the player, and that's a fact. Like
Well,
this guitar
and the
right
guitar
here,
isn't going to change that much year over year.
No.
Humidity cycle
Yeah.
from season to season. The guitar is going to stay more stable, more the same,
Yep.
more constant,
But it
with
will
the same.
But it will age
character.
better because it's aging at the point where it's already dead.
It's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
Because
already
it's Torrified.
It's Torrified. It's already done.
So I'm just going to tell you. I'll give you an example. The Ivory Girl. It's Bubinga and Adirondack.
Right.
Untreated.
And Adirondack, like, not incredibly hard.
No.
Bubinga,
hard as a rock.
hard as nails, right?
So the
Yeah.
the example I'm going to give is this: that guitar, which is completely untreated Adirondack and Bubinga, is the most warm, beautiful sounding guitar, and it's an OM too, which is really weird.
yeah,
So
smaller body.
if you take one of the new Maple Reserves, that's Torrified Adirondack, Torrified Maple, there's no comparison between them.
no,
One is this beautiful, natural, fat, warm thing.
and that's your change.
Yeah, and then the other
Yeah.
one is the same, except it's a Canon.
Yeah,
It's already aged as like 15 years.
right.
And it still sounds, the first one sounds just as good. It's just these subtle differences in the torrified body.
And it's not going to change and
That is a
open the
comparison.
same over the years.
No.
That's the difference.
No.
Yeah, so it's just like it's like pre-aged. I figured you described
yeah,
it as
okay,
pre-aged.
pre-aged. That's
Everything,
good.
everything about buying guitars is an investment in time, in the passage of time.
And torrefaction shortens
Exactly.
like that scale.
It shortens to your payoff.
yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah,
You
that's it.
You get your payoff faster.
yeah.
Because even listen, don't make the mistake of thinking that torrefaction just automatically makes a guitar wide open aged.
No.
That's bullshit. This guitar right here was one of the first torrified that he did. The back is normal, but the top, this torrified top on these dreadnoughts, this guitar has improved in the 2 or 3 years I've had it.
Yeah. Because the
You
top
know,
is
it-
only one component.
Yep.
The bracing isn't torrified.
No.
The sides,
Exactly.
the back.
The glue.
Right. The glue.
None of it.
Yeah.
And this thing has got, when I first got it, it was so powerful and sharp. It was unpleasant almost.
Yeah.
If you played it loud. Now listen.
Settled.
Settled. How beautiful and mellow it is now. It happened way faster.
Because it was
Because
a
it was
torrified top.
torrified.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's like the rest of the guitar is catching up to the top now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And here's another thing that people don't know, and maybe not ready to accept about torrifaction, is that every single guitar that is bought anywhere, whether it be $300 or $30,000, it's only going to age and what's the word?
Stabilize?
It's only going to
Mature.
age and metamorphosis, like a butterfly does, right? It goes into the cocoon and comes out as a different animal, right?
Fartsy over
Are we
there.
getting
So
all
it's only
fucking
going
metaphor?
to do that.
You really pulling out the
It's
unicorn
only
farts
going.
and
It's
rainbows.
only going to age and metamorphosize based on the player's technique, right? So if you take this guitar, if I gave this guitar to a guy who only played fingerstyle with no picks,
right.
this guitar would take 10 years longer.
Then the guy who thrashed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it's a guy that plays with a thumb pick and metal picks,
Yeah.
it will go faster, but the mids will go faster because he's using metal
Because of
finger
what he's
picks.
pulling out of it frequency
With
wise.
knee, thumb, and nails,
Yeah.
it's the A and D string that will come out faster. I'm pressing those.
Yeah.
Bluegrassers, it's the whole guitar, especially the treble end.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Because they're all over it. Yeah.
That's what you have to realize. There is no commonality in guitar aging with great guitars. If the guitar is great when you buy it, it will age and open the way you play,
Yeah.
right?
And it's going to be different for every single case.
Single guitar.
Yeah. Every single player.
And every player.
Yeah.
That's why you can't describe the difference between a Torrified OM maple guitar and the Ivory Girl. They're different guitars, and it's subjective. The guy that wants to play fingerstyle is going to pick the Torrified maple every time because it has more power and more projection.
Yeah.
And it's not the Ivory Girl's mellow and beautiful and fat, right? The guy that wants to do flat pick Celtic fiddle tunes will pick the Ivory Girl because it's got so much color
Yeah.
and all this
It's
stuff.
brighter.
You see what I'm saying? So it's The best way to do it, man, if you want to buy a guitar and you're unsure of what to buy of a single builder, go to a shop that has multiple pieces of that builder, right? And play them all. And you'll hear it. You will hear what you want, and you'll make a decision.
Go right to Glenn Gotel right now.
Yeah.
Antigonish, Nova Scotia.
If you're near him,
Yeah.
he has the most bouchers of any human in the world.
Yeah.
He sells about 15 of them a month, and he's the number one boucher dealer on the planet.
Yeah.
So that's the best place to see them.
Or any flavor of guitar that you're looking
Yeah,
for. Go
anything.
to who has stock on it.
Anything, and there's tons of boucher dealers now.
Yeah.
Like they are
And Yamaha dealers.
and Gary
And Gary. Yeah.
and Cirrus.
Don't buy a guitar until you get your hands. If you're going to one builder, get your hands on 10 of those
Try 'em
guitars.
all, try 'em all.
Try every one you can.
Because you know what? It's worth it. Mm-hmm. It's worth it to see everything that they can do, and to compare it against everything that other guys can do. Right?
Yeah.
Don't just depend on one name. There's multiple names that you'll go in and say, "Wow, I never thought I would love this. I never thought this was a Gallagher. I was a Gallagher guy.
Right, for sure.
I never thought I was a Yeri guy. I never thought I was a Boucher guy. I never thought, and if you go out and shop at, like, if you're in the GTA, the Guitar House, Stan Zakemski has everything. You know what else he's got now? Santa Cruz, Husson Dalton. It's out of control. The guitars he has in that
In the shop?
unbelievable.
I'm going to have to go up there.
Oh, it's the most incredible selection of any guitar store I have ever heard of, ever. In North America, there's nothing like it. Perfect place,
even
right?
the subtleties, though, like even the subtleties within a manufacturer of neck profiles can make a difference to how you perceive the tone of that guitar. Right? It's almost psychoacoustic.
It's all vibration.
It's all vibration. It's all what fits your hand.
Yep.
It's what playing style you're
Yep.
doing, whether you're finger picking, whether you're strumming.
Yep.
Right?
And this is the thing too, why I rail against the big companies. Martin, when they build 10,000 D28s, there ain't one of them that sounds different.
Yeah.
They all sound the same,
Yeah.
almost identically.
There's no
only-
soul in each guitar.
No, there's there's 10 or 15% difference between every one of them.
Yeah.
And it in your ears is the only place you can figure out which one of them is the one you want.
Haven't you
'Cause
said
they're
that about
so
other guitars in
close.
a positive way, though?
They're so close to each other that there's no point. You hear one, you've heard all of them. Like just for, and that's a miracle that a company can do that with such accuracy. And I mean,
Say that again, though, Ginger.
Haven't you said that about other things in a positive way? Saying, like, this is, like, you don't have to play it, it's always going to be great.
It's in a different. It's
I'm
in a
talking
different
about something
spectrum,
different.
though. Yeah.
But what is the difference? You said, like, what is the difference?
It's massive. I'm talking about the difference between a mass production company,
A line built
a
guitar
line built guitar
that's got a 3-minute setup.
that is a 3-minute setup
Yeah.
of 3-minute everything, and they are putting them out, and they're almost identical.
Yeah.
But if they always sound good and they're always sounding
I
the
didn't
same.
say they sounded good. I just said they sound the same.
Yeah.
So the difference is when you go through
They
Gallagher's or Boucher's,
They're all
they
different.
all different, but they all sound amazing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There is no way to put them side by side.
Yeah.
If
You can't even compare the two in a boutique single bench builder or small bench builder, right? Small shop builder to a line built guitar. In a line built guitar, the process is so down and so rote, and
They
the
can't
materials
forget
are
it.
so similar.
Yeah.
And the process,
It's the and
glue
that's
is
what they're
applied
going
by a
for.
machine. Yeah,
They want that.
Consistency.
They want consistency.
Right.
And that's great.
yeah,
Because it guarantees that everybody buys that guitar because of brand loyalty. They're
Yeah.
getting the same guitar as the guy that just bought one behind them.
you can break the one on tour that you have
And go buy another one identical,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that's fine.
And it will open up over time. It will change over time.
Yeah.
But not like a single
Not
bench,
like
a small bench builder.
not like a small bench builder.
Because
like-
there's no deviation it may as well be built out of plywood in a lot of those line built guitars.
That's true.
Yeah, that's why a lot of them sound like plywood.
Yeah,
to me anyway.
And I mean, we can shit on Martin or we can shit on whoever. We're not really shitting on them. It's just because they do build.
It's a product of the process.
They build incredibly consistent.
Yeah.
You can rely on them being exactly what they are. There's no mystery.
Yeah.
When you walk into a room and you see a D18 and a D28, a D35, a D45, those guitars are going to sound like you remember them hearing them, right?
Because they've got the process knocked.
Yeah.
Another example is like Ginger. A great example of the whole process is Epiphone and Gibson.
Right.
Who learned the lesson from who? Epiphone copied Gibson for years. Then they did it better than Gibson, building the same guitar because Gibson had sat back, 3-minute setups, completely line built, CNC, plywood guitars basically.
Yeah.
And Epiphone were being hand built. And they were being fiddled individually.
Yeah.
And they were building instruments, not just making copies.
Remember why Gibson bought Epiphone? Because Epiphone was their biggest
competitor. Was kicking their ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they bought them.
Yeah.
And drew them into
and
the fold.
And they relearned the lessons that they had forgotten.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? It's true.
It is true.
They've been building guitars for 80 or 90 years. All of a sudden they're thinking, Jesus Christ, we used to build wicked guitars. Let's go. Yeah. And Gibson's like, yeah, go ahead. We want to see what you can do, right? Yeah. It's a different world, right? Yeah. There's no competition. Everybody now, the guitar world is filled with people like builders that just want to put their product out. It isn't like it was. I'm noticing this more and more as time goes on, is that there isn't this guarded protectionist bullshit that used to happen 30 years ago. Well, if we're going to give you a Martin, you can't play anything but a Martin.
Right.
If we see you with anything else in your hand, you're gone. We hate you. We'll deny you forever. That's the way it was with endorsements when I was a kid.
Yeah, you had to use that.
Right.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, you want to play our guitars? Yeah. I also play 40 other guitars. Fine. Can we go too with you? Yeah. It's a different world.
Because how many guitars, like since the pandemic, how many more guitars are out there?
And people loving them.
Yeah.
And buying them and building them and whatever, right? So.
And companies exploding with expansion.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Are we done?
Any more questions?
There are lots of more questions.
Okay, let's have them.
We got a super chat from Ian Rossiter.
Ian Rossiter.
Hey, Ian.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, sir.
I've just gone to IEMs. Can't wait to hear my mandolin properly live. You don't use them, do you? Again, happy Coote Day.
You don't use IEMs.
What's an IEM?
In-ear monitor.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no.
IEMs and stage monitors are so different. And I know I've learned this lesson the hard way.
I don't need them because I'm alone.
Yeah.
Right, so.
But in a band, like they're the best thing that ever happened.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Right? You and I, Ian, could walk across the stage having a quiet conversation mid-concert.
Nobody would ever know.
And just stroll across the stage because stage volume went way down.
Yep.
Which is great from a technical standpoint.
Soundmen love it.
Yep. And no feedback and stuff. But I've worked with people who knew both worlds and they can't pick one.
No.
Stage monitors and IEMs are such a different technology. Lots of people still like to use both, which is an utter mistake because the EQing is so much different. You literally have to split the channels if you're going to do both.
Yep.
And
I've used them in television shows.
Yeah.
It's the only choice you have.
And
they won't put monitors on the floor for the cameras.
And the only way to go with IEMs is to have custom ear molds made.
Yep.
And you can get fantastic sound, but you have to always go with it.
Ginger and I found they're Sennheisers, right, Ginger?
Yep.
Those are the nicest in-ear monitors I've ever used.
But you only use them in the studio.
And they came out of the box.
Yeah, but
I used them for playback on all the big videos I did where I had to play live with like backing tracks. They're fucking incredible.
But a set of custom molds.
I know, but what I'm saying is these molds were generic, but they fit me maybe it was luck.
That's luck. Yeah.
Just luck.
That's luck.
Because
when you're singing and you're moving your jaw,
it opens
and it's pushing out or popping out,
and
you're losing it. Like if you to use IEMs properly, you've just absolutely got to be sealed in.
Yeah.
You've got to
Double-sided tape them into your ear.
Well, no, not with a custom mold because it's not going to move anyway.
Yeah.
Because it's custom molded to your ear.
Yeah.
But like you have to do stereo. You have to have a monitor engineer who understands what's going on and can provide you a stereo, can psychoacoustically kind of place stuff sometimes on the fly. You need stage mics on stage and audience mics so that you're not sitting inside a vacuum cleaner bag, right? Because it just deadens everything. It takes the feel out of everything.
Kills everything, yeah.
So, like as an engineer, you've then got to...
You have to create you have to
create
create
the
a
room
studio
again.
mix.
Yeah.
It's not just a mix; it's a studio mix.
And
with
it
all
can
the
be
reverb, all the compression, all the things
everything.
that yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Today, the trend today for people using IEMs and with the technology that we have now with tablets and Wi-Fi, you don't even have a monitor engineer anymore. Every musician on stage has an
Has their
iPad
own
sitting
thing.
there,
Yeah.
and they do their own
Create
mix.
their own mix.
Yeah, and they can pan stuff, and they can put the amount of room, the
incredible.
audience,
Yeah.
and the stage
It's incredible.
ambience that they want in,
Yep.
and verbs and everything else.
Yep.
And it was amazing to me as a monitor engineer for years, as well as a front of house guy, when you're standing there side stage, everybody constantly wants changes.
Yes.
But when you give the musician a tablet and put them in charge of their own thing,
Yeah.
they do a sound check, they touch it up, and they never touch it again because now they have to touch it. And they don't bother,
No.
right? Like it's all psychoacoustic.
Pretty slick, man.
It's where the Lenny came from,
Yeah.
right?
That's right.
It's where the Lenny came from. You can sometimes someone would ask for something and you've got it so loud in their ears or in their mix with an old-fashioned monitor, they want more.
Yeah.
You know, if you put any more in, it's just like it's impossible. They've
Yeah.
got it all.
Exactly.
So you just put your finger on the knob and you look at them.
yeah.
And they go,
yeah.
oh
yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
perfect
and you haven't
right there.
moved it at
you
all,
haven't
right?
touched it at all, right?
Okay, next. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen you do it too. You've done it to me. I know you have.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, can I have a little more of this? And you're just like, and you're looking at me.
Oh yeah.
I'm good. Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Nothing
And I haven't
changed.
touched it.
No.
Yeah.
Connect.
It's psychoacoustics.
It is.
Yeah. Next,
Super chat from Ted Whitmore.
Ted Whitmore.
Ted. Happy Wednesday, brother.
Says, time to chip in and celebrate Chris's birthday.
Sweet.
You sending
Is it?
cash or check?
Send in super chat.
And some
Okay.
nude photos, I think.
Oh.
Connect.
All right. Where's my phone?
Yes, super chat from Stephen Baker.
Hey, Sudzo.
Stephen Becker.
He says it's definitely a mullet.
Okay.
It is a mullet.
Yeah.
Connect.
We're talking about the maritime
I know,
old-time
but it's
fiddling
not a mullet
contest.
Yes,
because
it is.
the hair in the back of my the hair in my back of my head came from here.
Dude, I don't know if Freddy
It
Krueger was
goes-
standing in front of you, but
it's
that was a
there.
mullet. Because it was definitely running off
There
the
was
back
a whole
of your
bunch
head.
of people
Of
who were
course
telling
it was,
him it was a
because
mullet.
It was growing from the front of my head. A mullet grows from here.
Hurricane Irma was in front of you
Kiss
and
my
staring
ass.
it right off.
Connect.
Business
the
in the
next
front,
question.
party in the back, buddy.
You guys can take a long,
What?
lingering.
Pardon?
Happy birthday.
You.
I don't know the context of this.
Find my cigarettes. Paint my fucking house. Do it.
Make me a sandwich.
Where's my blitz? Paint my fence.
Just be pretty.
You're gonna blow up the mic. Your
Why
brother,
did JP. Well, never mind. Connect.
your brother says yes, but have you rescued a tiny kitten?
A tiny kitten.
I don't know where. What is that? What is that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I thought that might have been something you understood.
Throwing it into the mix here.
Happy
Connect.
birthday, Joe. You're looking great for your age, brother.
He's not far past it. April 23rd.
Oh, are we keeping you up there,
Yeah,
sunshine?
you are, you big connection.
Super chat from Mark Smith.
What is it?
Hey, Mark.
Mark Smith.
Oh, Mark Smith, you're coming back here soon, boy.
Yeah.
Played my first Boucher at G&G, a BG52G.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Absolutely changed
Goose.
my view on the big three
Yep.
Yeah.
acoustic guitar brands within 30 seconds.
Yes.
Best guitar in my days.
Yeah.
Can't beat him, man. Boucher is the best guitarist in the world right now.
We will get to
Without
your,
a doubt.
We will get to your Princeton, brother.
Kernerks.
Johnny Martin wants to know what your favorite guitar is that you own currently.
Ooh, unanswerable.
That's a hard question.
I don't
unanswerable.
have favorite guitars. I have so many guitars, and I cycle through them on a very regular basis. I have them cataloged, and I make sure that every single one gets played every few weeks. That's why the Rocket's out right now. Before this, it was the Ivor Girl, Yogi. This one's out now. It's going to be used in a recording session this weekend.
There's new guitars cycling on the stand.
Yep, and you and I got to talk about pickup installs and stuff soon. Like it's I don't have a favorite guitar. If I had to choose one, we've had this question before, right? And every day this answer is going to be different. It would be because it's all about mood and whatever.
Your fear.
It's tool for the job too.
If I had to take one guitar, if somebody said the whole place is going down, you got to pick one, I would pick the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
The J.P. Boucher, right?
Yeah.
Like, that guitar.
And the Mona Lisa has not had an easy life.
No.
Right?
You get the side
beat
blown
her up
out of
a little
her.
bit.
I blew the side of her on a table.
Yeah.
Like, that guitar has seen
You almost
wars
cried.
I
when that
did
happened.
cry.
And
I was in the back of the Carlton,
Yeah.
like tears falling on the guitar. I was like,
you
I can't
cannot
believe I
tell
did this.
that guitar
No.
was ever
Can
damaged.
barely see a mark where Julian fixed that. But that guitar there is just it's still the most supernatural instrument I own. It's like whatever. But if it came down to it, and the building was on fire, I'd throw them all over the balcony. Just hope that everyone survived. Like I put them through the windshield of the car to make sure it broke their
He'd
fall.
leave me
right?
to burn,
Like,
but he'd save the guitar.
but I would like that. They're all important to me.
Yeah.
Every one of them. The Gallagher, the Yeris, the Crackett's. These guitars are irreplaceable.
And it's funny because the price point between all of them is incredibly different.
You've got the lowest price point, which is really the Yeri,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Up to the Mona Lisa, which is like nearly $8,000 now.
Yeah.
And it's worth every penny.
Yeah.
But all these guitars are worth every penny.
They're all different tools, and they all bring something different to the table.
The Crackett Dreadnought, the Yeri 13 fret body slope Dreadnought, cutaway. Oh, like it's just they're unbelievable, right? The Bear, the Avenir, like the classic.
Yeah,
it sounds like a 60-year-old Martin D28. Like it's just killer guitar.
The Yamaha with the tags still on.
Yeah.
Oh, the old one, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do, right? You can't you can't just go, well, whatever.
No.
You can't. They're all important.
Yeah.
So there's no way to choose one. Like in reality,
It's even hard to find one if you're going to sell any. I
only am able to sell stuff that's in the lower echelon of the companies that I deal with, and they ask me to feature something that's down in the bottom. And they're like, here, show this, and they're great guitars. But I'm not gonna keep them, and frankly, the only way that I ever actually even make money at this is when I can sell these smaller, less valuable guitars. I'll put them away, so give them to Glenn, sell these, and they go into the hands of players that deserve them and want them at a discount.
Yeah,
they're not paying what they're on the open market,
worth,
right?
Yeah.
So it helps everybody. It gets everybody excited about the brands, and. It doesn't happen often. I'm about to do a call, but it's...
What are you going to do?
What you can't... it's just nothing I can let go.
Even your process of choosing for a show, where it's like a random process.
Literally random number generator.
It isn't anymore. Because I found that I was missing guitars.
Right.
As you would.
I literally used to use random number generators to figure out what to use. I now have a book where I've written down every single guitar that's in the room, and I'm just going right straight down through the list. And I use every one. And like for instance, this is the one now. But next week, when there's another session, this will go in the case, and the next guitar in line gets pulled out.
Well,
because I found I wasn't playing them enough.
All the recording you've been doing lately,
I've gone through 5 or 6 of them.
Right.
Because they
and you gave one away to the artist.
And I gave a Shenmue away.
Yeah.
Because a new Shenmue came in.
Yeah. And that was,
I bought.
In my opinion, that's a huge loss. That Shenmue you gave away, it was a great guitar.
Yeah, but I already have great triple O's.
But there's another one behind it is the thing. Right?
The one that I have here, that's going nowhere.
Yeah.
that the one you haven't seen it yet. It's coming up.
It
in
is
reviews.
It's so pretty.
stellar.
Yeah. So I don't feel bad about the Shenmos because I wanted their name out, and they're getting out. There's now a dealer in Canada, in the GTA, and I wanted to get them out.
Yeah.
It was one thing for me to review them and talk about them and say how great they were, which they are incredible guitars for the money.
Yeah.
But it's another thing to actually put them in the hands of, like, for instance, Joe Bronson, who came in here and made this record. I gave her the Triple O. I played the whole record on.
Yeah.
I wanted, because she was playing a little tack.
Yeah.
And they're great, but they're small, quiet guitars.
Yeah.
That Shenmo is like
Was
a
a monster. Yeah.
Triple O guitar, right? A slotted headstock, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
So,
And she will open that up.
yeah, she'll
And
use it,
just-
and people will ask her, what the hell is that? Well, it's a Shenmo. Well, where do you find those? Well, right here. And pretty soon,
Shenmo guitars have the ability right now to be like world beaters.
they do. They're going to be in the Mount Rushmore of guitars. Same as Cirrus.
Yeah.
Cirrus is coming in that way, too. And they're an totally American guitar.
Which is
And-
great,
yeah.
because everybody's game is going to have to get
Yeah,
lifted.
of course.
Right?
And guys like Virgil Lawson is building Dreamwood.
Yeah.
Another great example. That guy is he's just put everybody on notice. McPherson, like all these different guitars are using offset sound holes.
Yeah.
Virgil Lawson figured it out.
Yeah.
Right? And it's so great to be a part of that. It's almost accidental. People reach out and it's like, would you show this? And they send me something and I'm going, man, like, who are you? Why were you? How did this happen? Right?
Yeah.
And that's going on around the world. Guitars are becoming just
A very tiny part of me kind of feels sad for some of the like super small boutique builders that all these new guitars and these new builders are overshadowing now.
yeah.
For like, if you can find one of these older instruments,
Yeah.
it's going to be super good and super cool.
Yeah.
Right? But it's the way things are, but people are killing it these days.
I know it.
Yeah.
Any questions left?
Yes. There's a question/comment from Seth Wright.
That's right.
He says, this has been driving me nuts. Someone was bashing Gallagher in a YouTube comment section. They mentioned seeing your Doc Watson model becoming unplayable at a show. What actually happened?
That never happened.
Was that the humidity issue with one of them?
That never happened.
Did it never happen?
Is this
So
the Gallagher?
here's what happened to my Doc.
That was the tuners, wasn't it?
No.
It was not the tuners. And I fixed the problem. So what happened was nothing went unplayable. It was just the guitar came up here from Tennessee, which has 100% humidity.
Yeah.
Came up to here to 0. And the top moved around, as it should. That's what it has
It was
to
the
happen.
humidity problem, yeah.
And the problem was that Gallagher, the guys had not committed to drilling a hole through that front brace so you could get at the truss system. And I couldn't get at it. It was so difficult. You had to build me a key,
Yeah.
and I still couldn't get at it. I couldn't make.
We got it
I
eventually.
couldn't
Yeah, we got it
make that
eventually.
happen,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So they changed their design because of me. I said, if you send me one more guitar that I can't put the truss key in, I can't play it, because once it gets here,
Especially
the
here.
top is going up
Yeah.
and down. I have to be able to change that neck angle
Yeah.
every 4 or 5 months to make it playable.
Yeah.
And the G set, the Doc Watson was incredible, except I couldn't get at that truss key enough to
Inland,
make it do what I
inland
wanted
guitar,
to.
inland built,
Yeah,
versus playing it on the
on
ocean.
the Atlantic Ocean. So when I wanted to buy other guitars from them, the Merle Watson,
Mm-hmm.
the Hearst guitar. We were building signature model guitars. I took the Doc back as a trade.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to have all that money of theirs. Like, I paid for that guitar,
Yeah.
but still, they were giving me stuff, and I said, no, take this back and sell it, right? Don't lose money on me. I'm going to buy the Hearst, and I'm going to get this and that, and we're going to build a signature model. That guitar never failed.
Yeah.
It never failed.
It just moved.
It just didn't. I couldn't get a truss key in it.
Yeah.
And I still couldn't. Now they make them with the hull.
Yeah.
And the standard they're long this
key.
long, right? Same as Boucher. Boucher's the same key. Now you can put it right in and just fix that neck perfect, right? Couldn't do that when I first got that guitar. That's what happened. So it was not Gallagher's fault. It was the humidity here, the difference between here and Middle Tennessee State.
Yeah.
And they fixed it because they started putting the holes in that front brace so you could use it.
And that's why you have artists endorse your guitars, play your guitars in the real world, out at shows, in different locations, moving around, flying, driving, planes, trains, and automobiles.
Exactly why we're talking about the pickup system.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you might put a pickup in a guitar and it works for 80% of Joe Blow guys that are just ripping rhythm and just having a great time, and it fills the space that the band needs or whatever, and that's perfect. But not everybody is that guy. Some people need more articulation, more everything, and that's when we start making what you're throwing me off here. I'm trying to make a point.
Make a point.
Blow me. Okay, next. Is there any more questions?
Not that I can
I'm
find
getting
out.
fucking tired of you.
Do you have a question?
No.
Yeah. Blow me. Okay, next.
That's it.
Okay.
Wicked.
So the question of the night is, how old is Chris Coote? That's the question.
That's an easy question.
No,
Play
it's not.
some
People
music
don't-
it's
while-
not.
people
Play some
don't
music
have a
while they
clue.
guess.
Right.
We
Where's
said
the book?
we said you were 100.
Where's the book?
What?
The book.
Blue names.
The Book of Life?
For the names.
Book of names.
Oh,
Get the book.
I gotta get the Book of Life.
Yeah.
And then play some music while they guess.
Why don't you waddle your fat little ass over there and get
I'm
the
gonna
book?
just take my one-legged fat ass.
How about you hand me that pie?
How about you hand me that pie? That's what she said.
There you go.
Or that's what he said.
Jeez, you guys did a number on this pie. Missing out.
Is there a pen over here? Oh, I got one right here. Sorry.
Pie.
Yeah, what is the official age of Mr.
The old
Cooster?
bastard.
The old, we know he's not 100. He looks it, but you know.
For reference, he's still allowed to be an airline captain, if anybody knows what that means.
Yeah, he's
They
still
made me an airline captain?
he's still allowed to
When
be
the
an
hell was
airline
that
captain.
When did that friggin' happen?
Answers?
I mean pie.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. God bless your dirty little cotton socks.
This show has gone
To the dogs.
way off the rails in a number of ways.
Hey, normally it's you guys throwing off the rails. I figured it's my turn.
Yeah, she can toss it off, lob it off the rails.
String Theory, the innuendo edition. Would you like some eggplant with that
Why, thank you, Captain
for your
Innuendo.
pie? Go ahead there.
Yeah, shave that hair
All
pie.
right. Let's see here. The first one with the correct answer.
Get your whole face down that pie. Come
Said
on.
that.
The first
Oh boy,
one.
there's going to be some comments.
Oh dear.
Oh, there's going to be complaints, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The first one with the correct answer was Stephen Baker.
Well, he's number 4.
Yeah.
So
Well,
the
he's
hell
already
with
got
that.
it. All right.
Try again there, Sudzoid.
Nobody else. Okay. There's a lot of. Okay, 100.
100. It's under 100.
It's way under 100.
It's under 100.
We were only teasing. He's not 100.
Stephen guessed every number
Every number between 90 and...
between
yeah.
60 and 70. Oh my god, he's 60
Come on
points.
now.
Suds, are you coming to Stanfest this year?
Yeah, because if you do, we're going to kick your
Yeah.
ass for calling him
I'm
100.
going to
Iggy
drive
says
you right into the piss
you're
ditch.
old enough to know better.
Piss ditch.
old enough to know better.
There is a piss ditch at Stanfest.
I know there is.
People don't know that, but there is. And we're going to put him
Piss
in there.
ditch is a real thing.
Come on now.
That was a great answer. Old enough to know
Oh,
better.
there's one. Okay, wait, that's more. Iggy Whiskers was 60.
Who?
Iggy Whiskers. Come on, Chief.
Iggy
He's
Whiskers.
not on there.
Did you say Iggy Whiskers?
Yes, she's not new.
Watch your elbow.
Bye.
Iggy,
okay.
Iggy.
Iggy, like Iggy
Whiskers.
Stardust, except whiskers.
Whiskers. Yeah.
Whiskers.
Whiskers like on a cat's face.
Okay, Iggy, you were 16th.
Are
On
we
the
doing?
list.
Are we doing 2?
No,
Alrighty.
Want a
I'm
fork
not feeling.
later?
I'm not feeling generous.
You know, it's more than the 16th week of
Wow.
the
Well,
year.
Well, you know, if you give me the fork, I'll go fork myself, ladies.
It's all gone
Jumbo.
horribly
my
sideways.
hernia touched my scrotum there when I bent over.
It's all gone horribly
Oh
sideways.
boy, way off the rails. Way off the rails. I'm taking this off.
No, don't.
It's what's taking us
You're
off
the
the rails.
You're the birthday boy.
Yeah, but you're Captain Inappropriate tonight.
Me, I am. Me,
What is the logo on your hat?
it's Ukraine, bitch. What do you think it is?
Hey, they had a hell of a night the other night.
Yeah, they did. They beat the shit out of Russia.
Yeah.
With the boys, Ukraine, elbows up, guys. Do it.
Cheers, fucker.
Yeah.
Whoops. Sorry. Farther.
Farther along, we'll know all about it.
Wow. Being
Farther along,
100 sure
we'll
is fun.
understand why. Death.
There's that old VHS again.
Chris Coote, Ginger's in the house. What do you mean introduce Ginger? What the hell's wrong with us?
Our half
There's-
alive studio
There's
audience.
like various humans in this room.
Tarl.
The dogs
and
are here.
Jacqui,
Jacqui.
and our nurse,
Jill is
Melanie.
licking her arse over there, but there's no camera tonight, so you can't see it.
Steady
And for
beans.
some reason, like the studio light is on under the desk.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's
Well,
happening.
Ginger's got a whole photo suite set up over there.
There's no camera.
But the camera's not on the dogs
It's
tonight.
still
Like,
all set up.
it's just I don't know what I'm paying.
Just a
power
little
bill
while
for.
longer, Jack. Just hang on a little while longer, buddy. Take us out. Please take us out.
Farther along, we'll know all about it. Farther along, we'll understand why. Cheer up, my brother. Eat your birthday pie. Farther along, we'll understand why.
I don't think
You
anybody's
shoot
going to
yourself.
understand why. Nobody
Key lime
understands.
is laxative. Yeah, I shouldn't have ate as much as I did.
Go about your business, everybody.
Considering what I put in it.
Promise
before I
we'll
went there.
take a couple weeks off.
What's that? What's
What?
that liquid laxative people drink the whole bottle of and try to live? What's that stuff called, Ginger?
I don't know.
It's a laxative in the States. It's like bottle. You know what it is? What is
a
it?
peg? Peg is a powder.
No, it's water. It's clear liquid in a bottle from
I
the
don't know what
pharmacy.
strange shit you've been doing on tour.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know what you do.
And they
Yeah.
try to drink the entire
Whatever you
bottle.
and Gunning do in the hotel room is your own business.
You guys shoot laxatives while you're on tour? Just to get Dave to poop on a schedule?
Oh, wow, here we go. Too bad YouTube doesn't have a union call.
Yeah, we better get the hell out of here before the rep show up.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Thank you.
And happy birthday to Coote. Love you, buddy.
Love you, brother.
Good on you, buddy. You
Love you,
lasted,
Ginger.
lasted 60 years.
My mama gave me a good genes
Yeah.
A good
and
jeans.
a good brain.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best to kill it.
Epicac.
Epicac.
Not Epicac.
That's what makes you puke.
No, that's the puke stuff.
You're gonna be puking later.
That's what your brother said.
It's citric something.
Citric acid.
Citric.
Magnesium?
Yeah, it's citric
Milk of magnesium.
Magnesium
yeah.
citrate.
With magnesium citrate, yeah. They drink a whole liter of this shit and then try not to crap their pants.
Okay.
It's like a,
Who
it's
is
like
they? What
Wow.
they
It's
are
a
you hanging
TikTok
out with?
thing.
What?
Okay.
Oh yeah,
They also eat Tide Pods.
yeah.
Could you please put us out of our misery?
Yeah, can we please shut this off now before we never are allowed back again?
Wow, it's a great show, everybody.
I'm gonna go eat some